They gave me 10 minutes to speak, so it's kind of a long time, so I'll try to keep it quick and easy for you guys. So just wanted to start off by thanking you guys all for coming out tonight. How many of you guys were out here last year?
Yeah.
So much fun. So we're super honored to be a part of an event. If you know me, you know I don't read scripts, but tonight I'm just trying to make sure that I hit all the points that I want to. My name is Sherry Brown. I'm with Next Home Real Estate Rockstars. I'm the broker owner, partners with Zach McReynolds. Whoop whoop. We're a local real estate company here in Santa Clarita, located right off of Valencia Boulevard. I've been in real estate for 16 years and partnered with Zach for a little over 9 years. We actually met at Keller Williams together in a tech class. Tonight's going to be such a fun night. It's a wonderful cause. We sat down with Todd and Shauna to learn a little bit more about Feed SCV, what their vision was and why it was important. We're given the chance to support a local cause and bring awareness to our community about programs like this, that they do exist. This cause hits close to home for me. Feed SCV is a local charity that is brought to Santa Clarita, bringing nutrition and meals to deserving homes for underprivileged children. For me personally, a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you in this room tonight, and you may not know me from my past or growing up. You don't know why I'm a Santa Clarita top realtor or what I've done in my past to deserve this. And I just work hard. But this cause is really important to me, and I thank you guys for listening to my rambling. I was really nervous. I told my daughter, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to share the speech. I'm so nervous. And she's like, hey mom, like no one knows what you wrote, so just go with it. Like if you mess up, it's fine. They don't know. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true. All right. So I moved to California when I was 12. My mom was a single mom. She was a working server. She's been a server for over 40 years and still is a server in Santa Clarita. Just around my 13th birthday, I became homeless. Addiction took over my parents, my family disappeared. Throughout my childhood, organizations like this were such a blessing. Oftentimes the only meals I was given were something that was donated or when I squatted at someone's house for a meal. The feeling, I was so young, I was afraid, I was worried. I didn't understand what my options were. I had no idea. I mean, I was 13. I didn't know what the community would think of me. I couldn't ask for help. I lived on the streets for the next 4 years of my life. Tonight, it's not just about raising money, but it's about bringing awareness to our community. The youth and the families who need the services like this, they don't have the confidence. They don't feel like anyone cares. No one's there to help them. When I was going through all these feelings as a homeless teenager, I was very insecure. The feeling of being alone, not only knowing where I would sleep day by day, missing out on that normal lifestyle, what I thought was so perfect I would never have. When charities like this or organizations like this gave me a meal, it gave me an opportunity to not think about one thing. Nutrition was never on my mind. I don't share my story often, but the common question I get asked is, where was your family? Didn't you have any friends to help? When you're going through tough times, you're very alone. It's easier for people to pretend you don't exist than be consumed by your need for help. The fear for their own family to extend a helping hand takes precedence. One thing I learned is that as a child, you actually cannot enroll into school unless you have a guardian. There isn't help for you. You have to have a legal guardian to help you. It's impossible. I'm not sure why social services never took me. I'm not sure why my mom couldn't figure it out. And I'm not sure why my family couldn't figure it out to find me and help me. I'll never know. One thing I understand is life moves fast. And before we know it, time flies by. We may have the intentions to help others, do good by others, lend a helping hand, but we don't get that opportunity often when life moves so fast at this fast pace that we all live in. One of the lowest moments that I lived in my life is when I was a young child. And when you're living in the streets and you have nothing by your side, everything that you have and own, it's gonna get stolen. Whatever you have, your toothbrush, your clothing, whatever it may be, like nothing stays by your side. So there was a night that I was carrying everything that I owned on my back. It was about 10 o'clock at night. I had nowhere to go. I didn't know where I was going to sleep. I was 14 years old. I asked this donut shop owner for 50 cents so I could make a call. I wanted to call somebody hoping that I would find a place to stay that night. He said no. He kicked me out of his shop. I then visited a handful of gas stations and convenience stores. I kid you not, I got rejected over a dozen times. I was 14 years old, 5 foot, and maybe 75 pounds. I was crying and looked like a mess. People were afraid of me. They couldn't look me in the eyes. They couldn't bear to be with me or stand near me for 2 seconds to hear me out to help. I was embarrassing to them, and I was embarrassing to myself. As soon as I turned 15, I was able to get a job. I got a job here in Santa Clarita. I commuted by bus from Antelope Valley to Santa Clarita for 4 hours each day. And that was okay because I served a purpose. And it gave me something to do each day. I knew working at a food establishment, I had one meal and I had a place that I would call home, and working and earning money to make a way to get a hotel room each night. I chose to stay nearby my mom. The bond between a mother, a father, and a child is close to unbreakable. I needed her in my life. I don't know why. Everything she put me through, I have no idea why I needed to be close, but I did. Something that I got to experience that a lot of people don't is I got to see a lot of things. There's a good amount of kids in our community here in Santa Clarita that are in the same position I was. I got to see kids that are a lot younger than I was at that time, a lot more helpless than I was. I was very fortunate to become of age and fend for myself. The donations and awareness that we raised tonight is for the kid who doesn't and didn't have the opportunity that I did. They can help themselves. Something as small as a meal will give a suffering kid the confidence to know that someone out there cares. The nutrition, to feel like someone cares about their well-being. You have no idea how it makes the world of difference to that person. What we're doing tonight is bigger than just being here and having a great time and having good laughs. It's such a great cause because you won't know what you're doing just by a small donation. These chefs putting themselves out there, it's huge. There's a sense of feeling that someone out there cares, that they won't feel alone. They will feel that there's options and help available. Poverty is all around us. You may not know the person you're looking at is in need or in pain. This is a quote that I love. We are the creative force of our life, and through our own decisions rather than our conditions, if we carefully learn to do certain things, we can accomplish those goals. For me, I'm not sure what finally clicked. I don't know why I was able to pull myself out of a self-destructing environment. I realized when I turned 17, I can be better than what had been given to me. I realized if I ever wanted a home, have one pillow, one blanket, and one place to lay my stuff down at night, which one pillow was probably the most important thing. So when you guys go home tonight, lay down on your pillow and just know that not everybody has that, because that was for me like the biggest thing. I decided after that I would one day sell houses. I would sell myself that place of comfort. Later that year, a woman walked into Baja Fresh, where I worked, and said to me, "You should come work for me." My immediate response was no. I'm sorry, I can't do that. My fear had taken over. I couldn't tell this nice, civilized Santa Clarita woman in a beautiful, civilized outfit with her Hummer and blonde hair, blue eyes, and a pearl necklace that who I was. It was it was too scary. She looked like everything that I thought a Santa Clarita woman would look like. She kept coming into my job and said, "You always have a great smile on your face. You're such a hard worker. You should work for me. You'd be great at selling real estate." It took about a month for me to give her a call. I called her and thought that she'd reject me just like everybody else. I had asked for help for so many years and from so many people to help me get out of these times. Her response took me by surprise. She said, "That's okay. When do you want to start? You can ride your bike to my house and I'll guarantee you weekly pay." This was awesome. It was somebody that was willing to accept me, reaching out and letting me know that who I am is okay, that everyone will not judge me where I have been, the things I have seen, that it's okay. People out there care, and I should care about myself too. It gave me a boost of confidence. I wanted to prove to myself that the choice to change my life for the better is mine. This realtor changed my life forever and gave me the courage to make a difference. In my first year of real estate, I got licensed when I was 18. I was able to earn 6 figures. I bought a car cash. I made my first down payment on my own home. And after having everything stolen from me on a daily basis, including my identity, I'd finally made a secure place for me. I'd finally be safe and have one destination each day. One of the first homes that I sold, I had met this guy. I used to work off of Sand Canyon in Soledad. And I met this guy, and all he wanted was the American dream. He worked at the nail salon, and he kept saying, American dream, American dream. And I was like, yeah, me too. We could do this. Like, we could do this, American dream. I get it. And he was like, I want to see a house. I said, I could show you this house off of Floribunda. So I rode my bicycle, because that's all I had at that point, and I rode my bike all the way down Shadow Pines, showed him the house, and he said, I love it. I love this house. And I said, so great. Meet me at the office tomorrow. We'll put an offer in. So as he pulled off with him and his family, I waited until they left, and then I got on my bike and rode my bike back to the office and waited. And thankfully, they wrote an offer on that home, and I was able to buy my first car. Yay! I have 2 beautiful children, and my relationship with my mom is healing. She is a huge part of my life and always by my side. She has found the strength to close that chapter, and she is clean and sober and by me every day. Another quote I love. Woo-hoo! Surround yourself with the people that reflect who you want to be and how you want to feel. Energies are contagious. So fast forward, here we are in 2019. I'm so thankful to have the people that I have in my life. I'm thankful to have Zach and what we have built together. I'm thankful for our team. We have been together for a long time, and we work very hard. I have a high expectation to work hard always, and I know that I definitely always want us to work. We are a top producing team in Santa Clarita. We have finished #1 with Next Home nationwide for the past 2 years, selling over 100 homes each year. We've collected a handful of awards throughout the years being partners with Zach. My work ethic has never changed and will likely never change. Every day I wake up, I feel thankful for the experiences I have been given. Patience and understanding is what I live by. Another quote I love, forgiveness is the key to action and freedom. So thank you guys so much for listening to me tonight. It's really hard for me to share this, so I appreciate you guys all. And with this, I just really hope that everyone brings awareness to our community, because the person that is in pain or is suffering isn't wearing a shirt that says, I'm in pain and I need help. It's having an open mind and being there for people around you to help understand that when they need help, that you're just there for them. Thank you, guys.
Love you, Sherry Brown!
Big old Sherry Brown.